Um, the event, this week-long event full of webinars, is organized by Netherlands Romanian Chamber of Commerce, the Netherlands Embassy in Bucharest, and the Romanian Embassy in The Hague, DRN, Dutch Romanian Network, and NLinBusiness. This afternoon topic is Get Connected in the Netherlands, and to talk to us about that, we have with us Natasha Hart, member of the board of DRN. She should be visible on your screens already. Before I leave the floor to her, let me quickly remind you of the very few ground rules. Kindly keep your mics on mute at all times when you are not intervening in the conversation. We're gonna have the presentation and in between little Q&A sessions. So if you want to ask Natasha a question, you will have time for that. And obviously at the end of the presentation, we're gonna have a bigger, let's say, Q&A section where again, you can unmute your mic and join the conversation live. If during Natasha's presentation, you have any remarks or questions, you can also use the chat. Just type everything there and we'll make sure to tackle them all when we get to the Q&A section. Before I leave Natasha, allow me to quickly thank Dentons for hosting us on their platform. And without further ado, enjoy the webinar. Natasha, the mic is yours.
Yes, hi. Thank you for the NRCC to ask me to present, have a webinar on your event. My name is Natasha Hart. I'm as Veronica told you, I'm a board member of the DRN. I'm going to talk to you today about getting connected in the Netherlands, and I will gladly do that. But I have a presentation prepared. I have some sheets, but please, like Veronica said, feel free to post your questions either to chat or either directly if you want to have anything more clarified, or if you have a remark, or if you want something specific to know, because it's not that I really like to do this presentation, but I hope that it's useful for you. And if I can elaborate on, if you want me to elaborate on any subject, please just let me know, and I will gladly help you. A bit about myself. I first came to Romania in 2007. I've never had a company there, but I have been importing antiques from 2007 until 2013 to the Netherlands. And I've been working on a Dutch government project on business development for the Dutch logistics sector. So although I've never lived there, I've been coming from 2007, normally twice a year, but now with the corona, yeah, it's not going to happen, unfortunately. And I've been a board member of the Dutch Romanian Network since 2013, and I will tell you a bit more about the Dutch Romanian Network later on, but for now, just let's start with getting connected to the Netherlands. And I hope you enjoyed this webinar. Let's see, share screen. So this is the first slide, which is not what I'm going to do. So getting connected to the Netherlands and setting up business in the Netherlands. What I'm trying to do today is get you to introduce you a bit to the business culture of the Netherlands and the way we do business and the way we are connected among our own business community. And for a business to be successful in the entry in the Dutch market, there are a couple of things I think you should know, and I'm trying to get I'm trying to tell them to you one by one in these sheets. And the first thing that you should know is that trade is in our DNA. We, the Dutch, are a very small country, but we have a large international volume of exports. We import, we trade, we do all kinds of stuff. And we have been doing that since, I think, 1500. Maybe Wijnand knows better, but I think that's when all these international orientation and the international trade for the Dutch started. So even if you're very small, as you can see here in the corner in the picture of Koen's Cook Shop, we trade. We are very much open to trade, and we're very much open to international trade. The second thing you should know, and probably it has already been told this morning in the webinar on cultural differences, is that we Dutch, we are very direct. And we as the Dutch, we like to call it direct, but sometimes you can also say we Dutch, we are very, very blunt. And if you are coming to the Netherlands, don't be easily offended. We really try to be very hospitable. We will be hospitable, we will be nice, but we are sometimes a bit direct, which can border on being blunt. And the third thing you should know is that we, as a Dutch business community, we love associations, and you will find that when you get to the Netherlands, it's a very associated and organized market, which doesn't mean that it's a closed market. Not at all. We are open to trade. We are open to new business. We are open to new ventures. But we, the Dutch, we really are working together, getting associated for a couple of reasons, and and I will show you my example of my own company, which is a small antique, and as an SME company, I have this antique trade. It's a little shop. I have a wholesale shop, and a part of that I also do interior design. And I just want to show you what associations I'm, as a Hart and Anders, which is the name of my company, I'm a member of. So this is Hart and Anders, is my company. I'm a member of the Retail Association in the Frederikstraat, which helps us to represent the interests of our own shopping street in The Hague to the municipality. But I'm also a member of the The Hague Retail Point, which is both a marketing association and a lobby association. They lobby towards the province, towards the national government, to help us get The Hague as a focus on retail and to promote our retail. And I'm a member of the Retail Netherlands, which offers also lobby services, but also lots of courses and all kinds of interesting things. So this is on the interest association part, but I'm also a member of the Dutch Interior Design Academy, the Internet Marketing Union, and since Corona, which is international, I'm also a member of Drew Pritchard's online sales, which you probably, if you watch National Geographic, you know who Drew Pritchard is from Selfish Hunters. So this is just one small thing, one small company in a medium-sized town or larger town in the Netherlands, and all the associations. And why am I telling you that? Because most of the Dutch companies are connected and are members of these associations, and we think it's a good and we try, and we in these associations, we as the Dutch business community, we try to advance our business. What we say here is we fight for a deal, but we work together to advance the business, and we do that in all these trade organizations. And it could help you get, and it's something you should realize, and something that you can help you enter the Dutch market. Because if you want to, I don't know what your company is, what your company makes, but there will be a trade association, and the trade association will have an international department, and they can contact you. You can contact them, and they can help you getting connected with Dutch businesses. So, are there any questions so far? Because since I'm sharing my screen, I cannot.
Monitor the chat, but no, not yet.
Okay. Okay. Mm. So what I said is use it to your advantage. You have to notice, you have to realize it. It's not a bad thing. It's actually a rather good thing, because if you all these associations, they organize trades, they organize all kinds of marketing instruments, and if you can tap into them, you already are in the network of this association. And what you will find is that the Dutch, that the members of these associations will be open to you and will be also open to help you, because yeah, that's just the way we think. Okay, somebody, a new company that brings new business and new ideas, it can benefit the whole. So that is about the associated and organized market. If you want to come to the Netherlands, have your plan ready. So not that you only have to come here with a complete business plan, but know what you want to have already thought about, how you're going to set up your business and what you're going to do. Are you going to go directly? Are you going to open your own branch? Are you looking for someone who can distribute your products? Are you looking for an agent, joint venture? For all these three things, you should really consider what is the best option. And I don't only mean business-wise, but also, you know, you will know your turnover that you want to predict, or where you, oh, sorry. Still, somebody unexpected is joining me. I'm very sorry. Let me see. So you can, if you want, for example, you can build it up, and you can use, if you want to have an agent that represents your business, really consider what kind of agent. Do you want a high luxury segment, or do you want somebody that is really very quickly able to get you all over in the supermarkets? There are all kinds of different people that can help you doing get food on the Dutch market. Hold on one moment. Kan je de deur dicht doen? And before you go there, I always advise people to come to the Netherlands to see for themselves and get the look and the vibe, get the feel, see what we need, what we mean, how we're going to do it, how the Dutch business community works. And before you go there, there are already a couple of organizations that can help you prepare for your first visit to the Netherlands, which is the embassy in Romania, the Dutch embassy in Romania, the Romanian Embassy here in the Netherlands, our network, the Dutch Romanian network, the NRCC, the NFEA, which is the, I think they also had a webinar, which is the foreign investment agency here in the Netherlands. And before you come, please contact them and say what your plans are, and they will help you get in touch. At least if you call me, the DRN, and you say, okay, I'm going to the Netherlands and I'm looking for some, I don't know what you're looking for, I will try and help to see if I can set up some meetings or get you in contact with an association that can help you get to people, and see if we can get some appointments for you, relevant appointments, because just getting appointments is not that difficult. So, yeah, now I think this is also what I already had this one, but there are a couple of joint buying organizations also here where you could get your connections to. The agents, the wholesale traders, the traders or associations are what I told you. And maybe a good start is to go to fairs, events and meetings, but trade shows. But I think you probably thought of that by yourself already. If not, I hope so. Yeah, this is going really, really. And let me tell you also a bit about Dutch Romanian network. Let me see. and how we can help. I find it difficult that I can't see you now. We as the Dutch Romanian Network, we are also we are similar to the NRCC. We're a business platform, and until now we already focused a lot on Dutch entrepreneurs active in Romania. But since a year or two, we're trying also to help Romanian entrepreneurs that want to become active in the Netherlands. We are not sector organized. All sectors are welcome, but we do have a strong SME focus, because we feel that larger companies, the multinationals, they will find their own way already. And what we do is networking and events. We have some task forces. We do trade missions in and out. And we have our bi-weekly business newsletter, which is still in Dutch, but will probably from next year will be bilingual. And we offer you this large network, both public and private, both here mainly for you in Romania, but also you can use it in the Netherlands. We have this pool of experts that can help you with any legal questions, marketing questions, where you can tap into, and we work closely with the NRCC. So that is mostly what we do as the Dutch Romanian Network. But let's stop sharing and let's see. Are there any questions so far?
Actually, we did have a question, but Mike from NLinBusiness took care of that. There was a participant asking where can the associations you mentioned, where can they be found on the internet?
Yeah, it depends on your branch. It depends on in which industry you're in, and then they usually have a bilingual site. So if you are in the bikes, or no, that's too Dutch. Huh? That's too typical Dutch. But you just translate it and you just search in English, and you probably find them. And if not, I will find them for you. That's no problem. But can I ask a question of the people that are already there?
Of course, go ahead.
Is there anybody who has already been to the Netherlands, not counting Christian, Wijnand and Mike, but one of the people that I have not previously met? Yeah?
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi, it's nice to meet you. Yes, of course. We've been many times. I represent a company called Equilobe, which is specialized in software development. And yeah, we already have a client there, quite big actually, and we want to expand our collaboration. That's why I'm attending actually the seminar. So yeah, so we've been for a few times, let's say, more than that. Yeah.
Yeah. And what is your impression about entering the Dutch market?
Yeah, I think it's. I mean, I think it's easy to kind of get on the market, maybe, or somewhat easy. I'm not sure. We're doing business to business, so of course, it's not like we have a sale every day or something like that.
Yeah.
We wish we had a, but yeah. So it seems. Yeah, I think it's kind of open, but also I was a bit surprised by what you mentioned about the directness of the Dutch people. I personally haven't really seen that much of that, even though I've interacted with a lot of Dutch people. So I've seen some of it in some people, but not that much. I think Romanians are even more direct, maybe, or maybe I am. I'm not sure.
Yeah. So, but okay, that's good to hear, because I usually get feedback like, oh, the Dutch, and they are like, oh, and they want it like this and they want it like that, and there is no subtlety in however they do the negotiations, but that's not your experience.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. We would prefer more direct, and just more clearly say exactly what they mean.
Oh.
So yeah.
So there's a bit of a underlying issue there, I think.
Maybe. I think for us as Romanians, I think it's good to be direct. I think we like that.
Yeah.
So,
okay. And is it bringing what you had expected? How long have you been there? You told me, but
we've been doing business with the Netherlands, I think, from 2011. I think. So it's quite some time. Of course. It's a good collaboration. That's one of our biggest clients. So
Is there? Thank you very much. Is there anyone else who wants to?
Yes, there was Julia. If you can unmute yourself. I hope you're still with us.
I'm still here.
Yeah. Hi, Julia.
Hi. Well.
Yeah.
I thought they were trying to say something earlier, but maybe I got caught up in the wrong screen. There was somebody else who wanted to intervene. Oh, okay. Please go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, that wasn't me. I was just during you were talking to us. I was looking to this members list what we received from Malk Mandamarker, and this we have this language barrier. But when we translate it in English, I was specifically looking for something connected to the textile world of Netherlands because that is the field I'm in.
Yeah.
Okay. And it might be the translator's mistake, but I couldn't find anything related to the textile.
What kind of textile? Because that's also broad.
Yeah, it is a wide sentence. We are one of the biggest textile group of Romania producers.
Okay.
And,
okay.
Yes.
Maybe I can help you search for someone after this webinar that we
yes,
get.
That would be also and
because I think we have a number of people now, and I can of course look for a textile.
Yeah, I will address it specifically to you, and in the meantime, also Mr. Vada helped me with the link. So thank you for that one.
Yeah. No, but I'm good. But and just for curiosity, you are orienting yourself on doing business on the Netherlands, or you already have experience?
Till now, we didn't have any partners from the Netherlands.
Okay. So it's going to be the first steps to the Dutch market.
Hopefully, yes.
Yeah, let's hope so. Let me know if I can help. Okay. Is there anybody else who wants to share their experience?
Actually, we have a question. Only companies can join the DRN or individuals as well? For example, lawyers.
We usually we usually have only companies that are members. But let's see if we can. If somebody wants, we never say no to a member, but until now from the Netherlands, we have this strict rule that it should be a company, and we are not a business club, we are an entrepreneurs platform. So, but a lawyer, if somebody wants to become a member, let's see if I can help. And even though if you're not a member, maybe you're welcome to join us for any activity. So that we do a bit more for members, but if you are in the Netherlands and we have this networking event, you're welcome to join us. So to get acquainted, and I can always ask if somebody from Romania wants to become a member. Oh, this is looking nice. Who's this? Not me. I'm seeing this big, nice background, but I don't see anyone talking.
That's because you're the one doing the talking now, so.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Okay, anybody else who wants to share their experience in the Netherlands, their first step there, if already taken, maybe? I would just say, yep.
Veronica, maybe, because I unfortunately need to step out to go to the NRCC board meeting. But hey, Natasha, you don't recognize me with the beard. I'm incognito nowadays.
No.
But I just want to invite everybody who is actually trying to explore, and I think the information sharing is one step, but we might also be able to help in some of the matchmaking. So also please reach out to the people, and I think Anna Popa is also in the call from the NRCC. So if we can help with matchmaking, just reach also out to the NRCC, and we can help to build the bridges between the two countries and see what we can do to help you in the first step.
Yeah, no, would, of course, yeah.
Well, thank you, Natasha. I will leave you here. Enjoy the rest of the webinar and talk to you soon. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Yeah, okay, bye-bye.
Anybody else? I think it will go a lot faster if you just unmute yourself, or maybe raise your hand so that I can unmute you and then join in the discussion.
No, otherwise, yeah, I can tell you.
Say maybe, you want to ask something else of our attendants, maybe.
No, I can tell a bit about Serge already said something now about the matchmaking, and I see Christian is here also. And is Mike still here? Yeah, Mike is also here. We have been discussing sometime in the preparation of this event and another event about how to set about this matchmaking, and we are running now this small pilot, if I can say, about where we from the Romania side companies that want to get connected in the Netherlands, we try to match them to companies, and from the other side, if Dutch companies want to have a connection with the Romanian companies, we also try to enable that. But it's just on a small scale, and if it is successful, we try to make it in a bit more a bigger event. Mike, if I say something wrong, please let me know. But I think that because that's what we just started, and from my side, during the last week event, or it's 2 weeks ago already, the Dutch-Romanian Business Week, we had some 5 or 6 companies that were actively looking for Dutch partners. So the beginning is there.
For those of you who maybe are not familiar with the names and the persons addressed by Natasha, Mike Mandemaker is representing NLinBusiness, one of the co-organizers of this event, and Mr. Cristian Matescu is with the Romanian Embassy in the Netherlands. Sorry. Again, a co-organizer of this event. Actually, the Romanian Embassy will have a webinar tomorrow, so you will hear more.
Oh, he can do that,
yeah. But yes, as Natasha said, and Serge offers that you heard previously, he's a member of the board of the NRCC. All these organizations work together and can
help you.
Yes, ensure a soft landing in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
I would say to just open the floor for any kind of questions. So please, by all means, don't be shy. Let's make good use of the time and of Tasha's presence here. So whatever you want to ask her, shoot.
Shoot, yeah. No. No one. So then maybe I can, you know, I really like to have these discussions with other entrepreneurs, and not just listening for an hour to presentation. So maybe let's see what we yeah. I'm open for any questions, any answers, and I already asked it. And there is no one. Is there any company except for Mr. Mia already said so about and Mrs. Julia, who has is in preparation for coming to the Netherlands after Corona, of course, or thinking about getting connected? Yeah.
Hello, if I may.
Yes, of course.
My name is Radu Andrei. I'm working for a company called Bancom.
Yeah.
We are a local producer of WPC profiles, known also as composite wood. We are actually in this moment in the process of searching for a distributor in the Netherlands.
Okay.
I have previous experience with my former job with Dutch partners. In fact, I have not only former partners, but some of them are still my friends. With some of them, I'm keeping in touch for 20 years already.
Oh, that's good.
So I can tell that once a partner, always a partner. It's something that you can say about Dutch companies and partners if you really get to them. So probably after this webinar, if I may, I will send some details about the business we are in, about the products that we are producing, and share with you in this pursuit of finding a suitable company that is willing to represent us in the Dutch market.
Yeah, because you have stopped with the current distributor.
No, the current distributors were working in another industry. I changed my job this year. So
okay.
Now I'm trying to start a new cooperation that will last for the next 20 years.
Oh, very good. And then you can retire maybe.
Yes, probably so, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, no, you're welcome. And I think, yeah, if you send me the details, we can work it out probably in cooperation with the NRCC and the embassy with Mr. Christian. Yeah.
Will you leave us at the end of the webinar your email address so we can?
Yeah, I will share it on screen before we leave.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Good. Very good.
Yeah. Anyone else who wants to share? No, thank you, Doctor.
There was on the chat if in these organizations, there are also corporates from creative industries or film industries or advertising agencies.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, Mike is. Yeah, I see that somebody is already answering.
Mike, but he also mentioned that maybe you have other tips and tricks. So
no, but so on the creative industry, the Dutch are rather well advanced in the creative industry, mainly, especially the gaming. I think that Mike already gave you a good address. I will look a bit into it because it was gaming, or did I misunderstand? Who asked the question?
It was film industries, advertising agencies.
Oh, that's advanced.
Creative industries, film industries, advertising agencies.
And film industries and advertising. But they are all different. But I used to work at this public affairs company, and there is a very strong advertising network in the Netherlands. So I will look them up for you, and maybe even a contact person if they're still there. But I think so, yeah. And the film depends on what you want. If you want to have it distributed, if you want the actors, but yes, for sure, there's also an association that can help you get connected, and even yeah.
Might be nice to hear from Dan what he's looking for exactly.
If he can unmute himself and okay, for production and post-production film.
That's very specific. I have to look into it, but there will be. Yeah. You make screens. I get these questions later, right, Veronica? Yeah.
Okay. Another question on the chat about the associations. You said that Dutch people or Dutch companies love them. Does it mean that most of the Dutch companies are organized in such associations? Does this mean that the associations lead trade orientation of the companies, for example, in furniture import?
What does Mrs. What does she exactly mean with lead trade orientation? What can you elaborate a bit? The
Andrea,
person
if
who
you wanna unmute your mic, you can
I really don't bite one.
Nobody does.
No.
Does they lead the policy for acquisition?
No. If you mean that that there are guidelines on acquisition, no, it's not. What we Dutch do is let's say that there is this market. Let's say that we want to go to Romania, and we want to sell. Let's do contract. Something that I really did. What I did is we in the Dutch we have this technology to clean up soil, and we do it with we can do it with water, we can do it with digging, and we can do it with bacteria. It's all different companies, but we thought this was in 2009 that the Romanian market would be very feasible for all these kinds of technologies. So there were in total there were 16 companies that formed an association, which was called the Dutch Soil Association of Romania, because we had different chapters, and together we tried to develop the market in that sense that we went to Romania, or the companies went to Romania on a mission. We were supported by the Dutch Embassy, and we for each of the companies, and we went to the municipalities, we went to factories and talked about, okay, this is a new technology that we have to offer you. So all those companies together did that. But the minute there were deals on the table, or there were questions for offers or price quotes, it was every company for itself. So these associations will never hinder you in getting your acquisition, but they can help you enter a market, or they can help you get in touch with a market, or help you with what we call a colleague in competition. Does that answer your question? Or but it's no way restricting, it's no way about pricing.
So it's not a policy orientation kind of association, more of a mutual support and get in touch kind of stuff.
Get in touch,
right?
And get to a market together, or get something done together. And the minute that there is any deals to be made, everybody goes into full competition.
Okay. The answer, Ms. Paraschiv, thanks you for the answer. Another question, I think this one, Natasha, is for you as an entrepreneur yourself. Did you collaborate with Romanian furniture producers in your designing activity?
I have contact with we have not, but I do have some contact because I mainly trade in antiques. So I don't. The design. Rephrase. I'm in the antiques trade, so my role in interior projects is always adding the quirky pieces or the antique pieces in this interiors. So I never design furniture myself because I always have existing furniture. I did buy a lot of furniture from Romania, both the Florentine antiques, maybe people know them, as the more rustic antiques that came from the countryside. But I never, because it's not my role. I'm the antiques dealer. So if we have this large project, then it's I supply antiques. Yeah.
Okay, there's another request for connection. We haven't experience on this market, but we do want to collaborate or to enter on your market with clothes for kids. I will, maybe it's good if I share your contact details again while we have this open discussion, so that our participants can already write down the details. One second. In the meantime, please, if you have a question, just unmute your mic and ask Natasha directly.
Yep.
Natasha, may be nice because you told something about the network capacity of the DRN. Might also be nice to tell a little bit how you would go about with, for example, I see a question from a software company searching for a business partner in the Netherlands, how the DRN would help this company.
Now, there are a couple of things depending on the question, but we, among our members, already have some software developers like Netrom, Ortec, and the first step for us is to contact those and say, okay, we have this company now that has that is interested in entering the Dutch market. What would you advise them? Can you give them a call? And usually the answer is yes, and it might sound strange, but it's the same that we do. You probably know the Dame company that has this big yard at Galach, and sometimes they get also questions about we need legal help. We really bring them together, and if they don't have the answer, and if they don't can bring you further, they at least know who to turn to. They have the network, and so in the first instance, we always look within our own network, and if that doesn't work, we can go to trade associations, the Kamer van Koophandel, and some other companies, just until we find someone that we feel, because I can of course give you a list of addresses and say, hey, here you have it, and please call, and good luck with it. But the people that we feel that are really interested in at least getting in touch and see how they can help you. And you will be surprised how many Dutch companies and people are willing to help.
And if that's not the case, would you be able to contact the companies here in the meeting with, for example, somebody who could take care of their sales in Dutch on the Dutch market as well?
Yeah, but we as the Dutch Romanian network will not do that, because we really try not to get into the consultancy position. We really try only to connect, and as soon as we can refer them to people that really can help them and have market studies done, or really get the real matchmaking done. You know, that will, but we always try to connect, and usually it is a good first step, and a good first step for orientation.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
I see there's a few more questions in the chat.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
First of all, there's another request for connection in the Netherlands from a software company. Unfortunately, I cannot see the name. Anyway, you should all have on your screen the contact details of Natasha and DRN. So feel free to get in contact with them after this webinar. And yes, we do have 2 more questions. Does a group of entrepreneurs exist in the Netherlands as it exists in Romania? For example, Grupul Oamenilor de Afaceri, that's the business people group in Romania.
Yeah.
Is there such a group, a similar organization in the Netherlands?
It's a business people group, or is it a business group?
The group of businessmen or business people.
Yeah, we have several of those, and we have them. We have them by country, by city, by province, we have them by gender, we have them by trade. Yeah. So and
so
sometimes they are
really get in contact with all these associations.
Yeah, they are, and and you have several, and some of them are more like friend clubs, and some of them are really trying to get together and get to learn from each other, and it's all kinds of grades that you have. But it's amazing if you if you look on the website. Yeah, you want some? Yeah, okay. No, you do the chat because I can't.
Yes, so I will make sure all of you who requested recommendations or contacts in the Netherlands, I'll send your details to DRN, to Natasha after the webinar, and then you can connect directly. I think it will go
Yeah.
much faster than trying to do this now online.
Yeah.
Mike is also helping, so
yeah, but just in addition, so we also have these large organizations that are really aimed at businesses, so not the people as such, but at the companies, and that's our MKB for the small and medium enterprises, and VNO-NCW, which is the overall, how do you call it? Not trade association, but the business association in the Netherlands, the VNO-NCW. But if you really want to have on a business level, there are also many options to choose from. But check out the MKB and the VNO also, because they are very useful.
Okay, you have the links in the chat for those of you who are interested. All right. Any other questions? Or how to ensure success on Dutch market? Would you say, I mean, I know how this sounds, but still, would you, what would you say the recipe is? So if I'm a small company and looking to extend in the Netherlands,
yeah,
what are precisely the steps that I need to take in order to, you know, not to lose time and effort, but to ensure success there? You want to summarize?
Yeah, I want to summarize, and it depends on the product. And I'm really a specialist in retail, so you know that, and in wholesale, but in retail, in small. What is important is that the price quality ratio in your product is just right, and that you are what Mikael also said. He has been. And Mr. Radu also, the Dutch, they are in for a long relationship. So you can, so if you have this contact, take your, be sure your quality is right, that the price is right in relation to the quality, and that you are in there for the long run. Don't try to get in there and just do one deal, because we really try to get these long-term relationships. Furthermore, yeah, it's a nice question, but it requires a whole evening of discussion and a bit more detail. And what you all, be on time, be right, get the right price, and be there for the long run, I think.
All right, thank you.
I think this is valid for every business in every country with any partner, not only with the Dutch partners.
No, that's true.
Natasha, do you have, or Mike for that matter, do you have anything that you'd like to ask the participants?
No,
since there are no more questions on the chat now. Oh, how important is advertising for the Dutch market? It's another question that we just received.
It's a too general question. To get to be well known, it's important, because if you have this new product and you are a new company and you have a new brand, then it can be wise to do advertising. But depending on who your target group is, you should also really consider your online presence, which is which is very important, and your social media. You see the shift, not on business to business, but you see the shift from advertising in newspapers. But I think that's also in Romania to the lens to online, and how to make this the perfect mix for your advertising. But it's a too general question to, but to get to know it's very important to be trusted and to be known, and then so yeah, advertising can be one of your marketing instruments.
I hope that answers your question. Yes, please.
I can ask more specific questions which came to me from the previous one. Is Facebook popular in the Netherlands, at least as it is in Romania? Because in Romania, a lot of people are checking their Facebook account first thing in the morning. So in this regard, it's a very good tool for the marketing.
Yeah, but in the Netherlands, Facebook is still very popular. I still advertise there, but Instagram is getting more important.
Oh, this is good to know.
Yeah,
I think it depends very much on your target group as well. I mean, if you're looking towards a younger group, I think TikTok, Instagram are more important portals to post at the moment. I think in the age group between 20 and 50, Facebook is used less and less at the moment.
Yeah.
So it really depends on your product and target group, of course. But Facebook is used in the Netherlands as well.
The question regarding the importance of advertising on the Dutch market was especially for the B2B sector. So I don't know if there's a difference.
Yeah, but then also you should really target the magazines you're in. Yeah.
I think when it comes to B2B also, I mean, and this doesn't really only apply to the Netherlands, but generally, if you're doing business internationally, I think it's always good to work with a local partner, because in the Netherlands, for example, we have, instead of Amazon, we use bol.com. So that's a different website, for example, when you're selling to private persons. If you're doing business to business, also, I think it's always a good tip to do business with a local marketing agency in this case.
Yeah.
And on the same topic, advertising on media, on social media, I assume, make the Dutch clients curious or rather skeptical? Or from your experience so far?
Yeah, Mike, what will we say to that? Curious. If it's the right advertisement on the right place with the right message, it will be curious, but it depends on the quality of the advertising.
Yeah,
And
I agree to that. I mean,
yeah.
As long as your message is right, I mean, it's totally dependent on the quality of your message, I guess. But generally speaking, I would say curious over suspicious.
Yeah, usually well, but it's a wise advice what Mike gave to get a local marketing agency if you really want to go advertising, because then you really know that you also hit the right tone and you get the right message across.
Also taking into consideration the, let's say, cultural specificity.
Yeah.
For example, yeah, and that doesn't really mean that you have to have a Dutch person on your team. I mean, you can ask the DRN, for example, if they have a freelancer that can do work for you 1 or 2 hours a week, for example. But I do think it's important whether it comes to sales or marketing or other aspects of doing business internationally, it's always good to have a local in your team or as a freelancer.
Yeah.
All right. Any other questions at this point? Obviously, if you have any questions after the webinar, you can always drop an email to Natasha or to the NRCC for that matter, and we'll make sure to forward all your requests to DRN. We do have another question on the chat. For kids' clothes, does it exist an agent who trades some brands, as in the States, for example, or could we directly discuss with the retail shops?
No, there are agents. There are agents, and there are also, especially if it's kids' clothes, you should realize that in the Netherlands it's mainly online now. And there are some large players. Of course, there are still retail shops, but there are some very large online players that you should get in touch with, and there are some agents that can help you get them in touch with it. But most of the kids' clothes are now sold online.
All right, I hope that answers your question, Banu. Well, if there's nothing else anybody would like to add or ask at this point, I suggest we wrap things up for this webinar. Thank you, Natasha, for your presentation and the answers, and thank you, Mike, as well, for your valuable contribution to the discussion. Don't forget to log in tomorrow for the last webinar of this week series. We're going to have with us the Romanian Embassy in The Hague, and they will talk to us tomorrow exactly about the role of the embassy, of the Romanian Embassy in the Netherlands. The webinar starts tomorrow afternoon, 4 o'clock Romanian time, 3 o'clock Dutch time. Until then, thank you all for attending. A big thanks to Dentons for hosting us on their platform, and hope to see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye. I liked it.
Wait, I need to unmute. For me, it's a reflex. So every time I'm done talking, I just mute myself.
Yeah.
Except in our call earlier, obviously, because this kind of things happen. Sorry, I know it's horrible to hear that sound. It was by mistake.
No,
Anyhow, I'm copying the chat now, and I will.
Yeah, I will take it up. Yeah, because
yeah,
I really like the way that people started talking.
It's always like that. Once it's like a wheel turning. It goes maybe a bit more difficult in the beginning, but then it just keeps rolling.
But I thought it was a big risk to just have this smaller presentation. And then
well, that was your choice.
It was my choice, but it turned out well. I thought, okay, I'm just going to say this, and then I'm going to shut up, and I'm going to see if I can get them to talk. And they did, and I loved it.
Did.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah, so luckily.
Okay. So, then I'll see you tomorrow, I take it, if you have the time.
I will try. Christian, what did you think? Since you're still there.
Yeah, we're gonna do a technical check for tomorrow. Christian, you have to unmute yourself. Let me do that from my side. No, it should be all right now.
No.
Yeah. Your mic is on, but we cannot hear you. It's probably a physical problem. So with the audio output from the computer, if you can check.
Yeah, no, okay. Then I'm going to leave you now.
Yeah.
And
bye, Natasha. See you.
Try to be there tomorrow as well. Okay. Bye-bye.